Welcome students, we are learning the chapter aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. In the previous video, we learned preparation of ketone and also the physical properties of aldehydes and ketones. In today's video lecture, we are going to learn nucleophilic addition reaction mechanism, addition of HCN, that is hydrogen cyanide, to aldehydes, reaction with sodium hydrogen sulfite and Grignard reagent, and also the addition of alcohols to aldehydes and ketones. Let us begin our today's session. The reactivity of carbonyl group towards the nucleophilic substitution reaction depends upon the nature of alkyl group attached to it. So in case of aldehyde, there is a possibility of getting only one alkyl group, whereas in case of ketones, there is a possibility of getting two different or same alkyl groups. So aldehydes are more reactive than ketones due to smaller alkyl group. So as the number of alkyl group attached to C double bond O group in aldehydes, it is less. Therefore, the reactivity will be more for aldehydes than compared to ketones. Smaller the alkyl groups, more reactive is the carbonyl group. There is no steric hindrance, hence smaller the alkyl groups show higher reactivity for the carbonyl group, and larger alkyl groups protect the carbonyl group from attack of nucleophiles. That's the same thing. Smaller alkyl groups, reactivity of carbonyl group will be more. In case of larger alkyl groups, reactivity for carbonyl group towards nucleophile, it is less. We see the decreasing order. HC double bond OH, where there are no alkyl groups attached to carbonyl group, there is a presence of only two hydrogen atoms. Name of the compound is methanol, which show greater reactivity than compared to one hydrogen atom is replaced by alkyl group CH3 C double bond OH. Again aldehyde, as there is a presence of one alkyl group, reactivity is going to decrease. Name of the compound is ethanol, which show greater reactivity than compared to the two alkyl substituted carbonyl group. First two are aldehydes and the third one is ketone. So the reactivity is going to decrease as there is a presence of two alkyl groups attached to C double bond O group. Also, which can show greater reactivity than compared to another substituted compound, that is CH3 as it is. Instead of second CH3, now it is C2H5. Number of carbon atoms are more than compared to the previous compound, hence the reactivity is going to decrease. Name of the compound is butanone. 1, 2, 3, 4. So total number of carbon atoms are 4. Butanone. Since aldehydes and ketones possess the carbonyl functional group, they undergo similar chemical reactions. The first reaction we learn is addition of hydrogen cyanide HCN. Aldehydes and ketones react with hydrogen cyanide in presence of base to yield cyanohydrine. It is C double bond O group. It may be aldehyde or ketone that react with HCN, that is hydrogen cyanide, in presence of base OH minus, leads to the formation of cyanohydrine. The reason to add OH minus is the reaction is very slow with pure HCN, hence it is catalyzed by the addition of base. Example: CH3 C double bond OH acetaldehyde that react with HCN in presence of base leads to the formation of acetaldehyde cyanohydrine ketone CH3 C double bond O CH3, name of the compound is acetone, which reacts with HCN in presence of base, which forms acetone cyanohydrine. So in both the cases you can observe hydrogen atom attached to oxygen atom forms OH, Cn minus attached to carbon atom forms C-Cn bond. We learn the important mechanism of addition of HCN to aldehyde, which is one of the most important question for your board exam. This mechanism involves following two steps. First step, generation of nucleophile. HCN that combines with base OH minus gives rise to Cn minus and water is liberated. So now we got nucleophile Cn minus. So the step 2 is attack of nucleophile on aldehyde to yield corresponding cyanohydrine. We take aldehyde R C double bond OH that reacts with nucleophile Cn minus. Cn minus attack to carbonyl carbon. Oxygen being more electronegative, it withdraws electrons, leads to the formation of an intermediate compound or unstable compound O minus, because oxygen it gain the electrons. The hydrogen atom of HCN is going to attack to O minus, leads to the formation of final compound cyanohydrine R CHOHCN. So this is the very important mechanism for your board exam. Very simple process, you can practice it. Moving to the second nucleophilic substitution reaction, that is reaction with sodium hydrogen sulfite and Grignard reagent. Addition of sodium hydrogen sulfite, the formula is NaHSO3. When sodium hydrogen sulfite adds to aldehydes or ketones to form addition product, we have a carbonyl group, it may be aldehyde or ketone, C double bond O, that reacts with NaHSO3, sodium hydrogen sulfite. It leads to the formation of an addition product. The interchange of proton is going to take place, that is proton transfer, leads to the formation of bisulfite addition compound. Example, formaldehyde that react with sodium hydrogen sulfite leads to the formation of an intermediate compound, which on proton transfer gives rise to formaldehyde bisulfite adduct. Ketones like diethyl ketones, that is C2H5, CO, C2H5, acetophenone, benzophenone. Benzophenone means R and R dash both are benzene rings. Do not undergo addition reaction with sodium hydrogen sulfite due to steric hindrance. Steric hindrance because there is a bulkier group, ethyl 2 carbon, acetophenone, benzene ring on one of the position, benzophenone, the adjacent position of C double bond O is phenyl group. So this is a process which is used to separate aldehydes and ketones from their compounds. So this bisulfite addition compounds which can easily undergo decomposition by dilute acids to give aldehydes or ketones. Moving to the third nucleophilic substitution reaction, that is addition of Grignard reagent. This Grignard reagent RMGX, which reacts with formaldehyde to form an adduct. Adduct means it is an addition compound. So we take an example, formaldehyde that reacts with Grignard reagent. In this case it is CH3MgI, methyl magnesium iodide, in presence of dry ether. So now the alkyl group of Grignard reagent is going to attack carbonyl carbon. In turn, the bonded pair of electrons of carbonyl group are transferred to oxygen atom, leading to the formation of an addition product. So you can see here OMGI. So this is an intermediate addition product which on hydrolysis it gives primary alcohol. So after hydrolysis MgI is replaced by hydrogen atom. So that is the adduct we have, which is treated with water. The process is called as hydrolysis in presence of dilute HCl. So it is the product formed ethyl alcohol. So we have a byproduct MgOH and I. So only formaldehyde can give primary alcohol. Other aldehydes can give secondary alcohol. Ketones can give tertiary alcohol by the reaction with Grignard reagent. Moving further, the second reaction. Grignard reagent reacts with acetaldehyde to form an adduct. The adduct which on hydrolysis gives secondary alcohol. So we have acetaldehyde here, CH3COH, that reacts with Grignard reagent, methyl magnesium iodide. The CH3 group of Grignard reagent is going to attack to carbonyl carbon in presence of dry ether. Instead, oxygen withdraws its electrons and MgI is going to attack to oxygen atom. So it leads to the formation of an adduct we have here. And that adduct which is treated with water in presence of dilute HCl, it forms secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol because there is a presence of two CH3 groups which are attached to carbonyl carbon of original aldehyde, and MgI is replaced by hydrogen atom. So we can see here OH. So name of the compound is propane 2-ol or 2-propanol. Moving to another type of Grignard reagent reaction. In this case we consider ketone, that is acetone, which is going to form tertiary alcohol. So we have acetone CH3COCH3 that reacts with methyl magnesium iodide in presence of dry ether. The CH3 group of methyl magnesium iodide is going to attack the carbonyl carbon. So this CH3 group attacks to carbonyl carbon, hence there are total 3 CH3 groups in the adduct now, and instead of double bond O, now it is OMGI, adduct, an intermediate compound, which on hydrolysis leads to the formation of CH3CH3CH3OH. OH group attached to the carbon atom, which is further attached to 1, 2, 3 other carbon atoms. Hence, it is known as tertiary alcohol. So the name of the compound is tertiary butyl alcohol, and byproduct formed is MgOHI. I repeat, formaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis forms primary alcohol. All other aldehydes except formaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis gives secondary alcohol. Ketones react with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis gives tertiary alcohol. Moving further, next, addition of alcohol to aldehyde and ketones. So the addition of alcohol always forms acetal. When aldehydes react with monohydric alcohols in presence of dry HCl to form hemiacetal, which further reacts with another mole of alcohol forming acetal. Example, RCHO that reacts with R-OH. So this R-OH is now alcohol. In presence of dry HCl forms hemiacetal. Please remember the formula in the definition also, what are hemiacetals and what is acetal. This hemiacetal, which reacts with another mole of alcohol, it gives RCOR-OR-H, that is acetal. So aldehydes react with monohydric alcohol. Compulsorily there must be the presence of only one OH group that forms first hemiacetal. Further addition of alcohol, it gives acetal, and water is liberated. Example, CS3COH, acetaldehyde, that reacts with C2H5OH, ethanol. In presence of dry HCl, it forms ethoxyethanol, which on reaction with another mole of alcohol, it gives CS3CH, OC2H5, OC2H5, and water is byproduct. The name of acetal formed in this case is diethoxyethane. Similarly, when alcohol reacts with ketone, they form ketals. Definition is almost same. Ketones react with ethylene glycol in presence of dry HCl to form cyclic product known as ethylene glycol ketal. We have a ketone R C double bond O R that reacts with ethylene glycol. It is dihydroxy alcohol. So from which water molecule is removed, leads to the formation of cyclic compound COCH2CH2OC. So it is going to form like this. Process is going to take place in presence of dry HCl, removal of water molecule, leads to the formation of ethylene glycol ketal. Byproduct, as usual, water. Example, acetone reacts with ethylene glycol in presence of dry HCl, removal of water leads to the formation of ethylene glycol ketal, and water is a byproduct. So the use of this dry HCl addition in acetal and ketal formation is, this dry HCl gas protonates the oxygen atom of carbonyl compounds R C double bond OH H plus, which gives rise to R C double bond OH plus H. And also the positive charge on oxygen atom increases the electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon. Hence, nucleophiles easily attack to the carbon atom. And also, when acetal and ketals are hydrolyzed with aqueous mineral acids, it yields corresponding aldehydes and ketones respectively. Thank you, dear students. Hope you enjoy the session. Thank you all.